Mr. Rajendran. For the suggestions, we will come up afterwards to you.
Okay.
Thank you for giving your details about the Vishwakarma community. And according to Mr. Rajendran, the Vishwakarma committee, the Vishwakarma God was the God who has created the entire universe. According to him, even the three gods of Hindi mythology, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, were also created by Lord God Vishwakarma. And he has also mentioned that all those things which are mentioned in the Indian or Hindu mythology, whether it is Lanka, whether it is the Hastinapur, or whether those Pandavas place where they hide, everything was created. Even the Krishna's Dwarka was constructed by the Vishwakarmas. All the monuments, and he has even mentioned about the yesterday thing, that yesterday the Ram Janamumi Shilanyas, the building which is going to be constructed, are going to be done by the Vishwakarmas, and along with our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, the Shilpi of that temple and his wife were present in the ceremony. But they are not getting the recognition, and as far as the funds are concerned. According to him, the government of India has come out with the stimulus package of 20 lakhs crores, but the banks which were supposed to give the helping hand to the small people, they are not at all helping them. The red tape is not there. They are not accepting their applications. And according to him, the government should take a proactive role to help this community which has created the country. Not only the country, according to him, the entire world was created by the Vishwakarmas. Thank you very much, Mr. Rajendran, for giving your details. Now I would like to ask Dr. Bose. Dr. Bose, do you think government should proactively market the crafts product globally? Because what has happened because of the COVID-19, the demand has gone down, purchasers are not there, and that has affected the craftsmen very badly. Now, if the government will take up the issue, although the government's handicrafts emporiums are there all over India as well as outside also, but do you think government should take the proactive step by subsidizing the rates which they are procuring from them, so that the market will purchase their products and ultimately it will benefit them? Dr. Anand Bose, please.
It was certainly a treat for me to listen to the analysis and the suggestions given by the three eminent panelists. The issue has been stated with clarity and analyzed with a lot of insight. As a one-man commission of the Government of India, this has been a great input for my report, and many of the viewpoints and of course the suggestions which are going to come will get reflected in the report in an adequate measure. That much I can assure you now. Now, when we come to the various aspects that were discussed here, see, what exactly is it that distinguishes the work of the Vishwakarmas from that of an ordinary professional servant, civil servant like me, or a CEO of a corporate, or the engineers or the doctors? Because here it is creativity. The knowledge stems from creativity. This is traditional knowledge. This is knowledge, generic knowledge, which is passed down from generation to generation. That is, it's not acquired from any university. No university will be able to give so much of codified learning which remains in this uncodified sector, because there is a touch of authenticity about this knowledge. Now, according to me, this knowledge should be treated as India's priceless heritage. First, an action plan should be launched to codify this knowledge from whoever is there. See, even oral history, somebody mentioned about oral history, Rajendran, yes. Oral history is one of the best sources for this. See, there are some veterans even now. I know, Payanur Keshavajari, Kidangur Raghavan. I remember these two names because you may remember for the first time after hundreds of years, a state award was instituted for the Vishwakarmas. The Vishwakarma Award. In my own humble way, I was responsible for instituting it. Every year, we'll find out a person, a guru, or a master who has excelled in this field of traditional knowledge and creative economy. We will honor him. And this used to be done by the Chief Minister himself because it's a state award. I don't know whether it continues here now. Then, here some mention was made by Mr. Raghavan about training institution. See, a training institution was created under the aegis of the Nirmiti Kendra, that the Vastuvidya Gurukul, in which all these master craftsmen, master carpenters, they were holding classes. And then they tie it up with the modern architecture. Efforts were done to call the traditional architects, traditional craftsmen, traditional master, carpenters and others, interact with the modern architects. Then we found that a lot of great wisdom is there. That is not old wisdom. Traditional wisdom is old, but traditional wisdom is not obsolete. India needs it. India needs to bring it back. Therefore, I would say, as Mr. Raghavan said, yes, training institutions should be there. Skill development institutions should be there. Why not? Why not a knowledge university? Bring back the best of knowledge that has gone. See now, look at the engineering, look at the architecture. Behind the great temples and palaces, there is no cement and steel. There is no concrete. Now we are told that we can build edifices only if Western technology is there. If cement and steel is there. No. Look at Padmanabha Swami temple. There is no steel or cement. And the Mother Meenakshi temple. All this was built by the traditional knowledge passed down from generation to generation. We should not allow the traditional knowledge to be lost. I think there is still good scope, like another Nalanda, which will identify, nurture, preserve and propagate the traditional knowledge represented by the Vishwakarmas to the whole world. I think government should look after that, think about that. And secondly, who are these people? Nobody knows them. They have been totally neglected. Why not have a common registry for those who are experts in this field? Give them UID, unique identity card, and treat them as professionals. See, when you have a doctor, an engineer, an advocate, we say doctor so-and-so, engineer so-and-so, advocate, architect. Give them a professional status. Let them not wither away. Let them not wither away as unknown people. They should be identified. They should be respected. And then, a master craftsman may not be an MA. He may not be a PhD. But a master craftsman has got a PhD from the University of Life. Experience, tradition. Why not engage them as official instructors in the skill development centers? Don't they deserve it? Can you have it only if you have a university degree? How about the great knowledge which they have proved? So I think this has given me a lot of new insights. I thank you very much for that. And now, to cut a long story short, yes, we should have, their health, their basic minimum wage. See, they should not starve. See, for instance, COVID, where is the opportunity for them? Many of them are starving. So government should think of giving them a basic minimum income. A basic minimum income through direct transfer to their bank account. It is their right. We owe it to them because they built up. Then another thing, aren't we spending crores and crores of rupees to protect the old monuments? They are part of our tradition. Old monuments, monuments in stone we protect. This is living monument. Traditional knowledge is living monument. That is part of our culture. If India is what it is because it was built up by these people. Their tradition, their craft is part of our culture. So don't measure it by means of profit and loss. Measure it as a part and parcel of India's heritage. This is living monuments. Protect them. If you are spending money to protect the dead monuments, I am also in charge of the heritage heritage project where we protect the monuments in Red Fort, Ajanta Ellora, Khajuraho, yes, protected. But who built behind it? That knowledge which built it is also part of the tradition. That is dynamic monument. Please protect that. Number 3, bank loan. Yes, I have been dealing with so many people. MSME is there, but MSME is so defined that these individuals who are working in this field from their home, they don't come under that. I think a redefinition of MSME is required so that these traditional artisans are also able to get bank loan schemes. And now, when we come to, yes, there is a suggestion to have a separate commission for this. That, of course, is something which government has to decide. Now, putting across all the suggestions that are given here by Dr. Sankaran, Mr. Raghavan and Rajendran, and also what I have received from others who are working in this sector, I would like to say government should launch a massive mission called Back to the Basics, where all this gamut of traditional industry, traditional knowledge will be brought together. It should be done in a mission mode with sufficient funds in the budget. I think this discussion here, I am sure, the journey of 1,000 miles will begin with the first step. I think if it's a journey of 1,000 miles, I think I congratulate the Global TV and Mr. Goel. This discussion is the first step towards the journey of 1,000 miles. I think a lot of new things will come out from here. I, from my humble position, will certainly see that most of the sentiments expressed here will be included in the recommendations or report which I submit to government. Thank you.